Hi guys, and Happy New Year to all of you. Welcome to this week's COT review, where we're going to start off by the first COT report of 2021. Before I start the review, a reminder for anybody new to COT analysis that here at COT Base, we offer a lot of educational material so that you understand what the commitments of traders report is all about. We also have some very useful videos too that you can watch and better understand this report and the analysis that you can do on it. So back to the review, and starting off with our first market, the crude oil market, the Brent crude to be specific, where we have a 24% change in commercials positions. You can see that change size on the charts over here. And if you look at it, it is amongst, one of the largest changes in the past 1 year. Visually, you can, it's not that hard to see it. And it is, of course, a bearish COT change signal, suggesting we may see some weakness coming early next week after this rally that we've been experiencing for quite some time now. I should say since November of 2020. If we move on to the 5 years chart, then we get a chance to analyze the COT Extreme situation. And this horizontal line that I'm showing to you on commercials or on large speculators will help you better understand where this current level stands compared to the last 5 years of the report. And you can see that we're getting closer to bearish COT extreme levels. You may see back from October of 2018, the most bearish extreme level that actually was a successful COT extreme signal at that top over there. And of course, we expect once we reach those extreme levels that we might see a change in the trend that we've been experiencing basically since April of 2020. This rally may end over there for some time. Moving on to our next market, lean hogs, where we have a 17% change in commercials positions. And on this 1 year's chart, you can see that change size over there. Once again, we are witnessing a bearish COT change signal, larger than average. We've seen similar changes in the past, but it's amongst the largest changes. And I could just simply repeat what I just said in crude oil. The only difference is that here we can see that basically Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we had a decline already. So the signal here could be a little bit late for us to act upon. But moving our attention to the extreme situation, we can analyze what that shows us. We are getting closer to bearish extreme levels. But once again, we would need to go back to April of 2019 to find an extreme that shows us what happens when we really have a significant stress level in the market. This is not a stress level that I should consider to be large enough to act upon, in my opinion. I always say that, do your analysis on the COT reports for many markets, and sometimes you'll find only a few, maybe for some weeks not even one, that shows you a good opportunity. Another live market for this review will be feeder cattle. Here we have a 17% change, but in the opposite direction. You can see that green color over there signaling this is a buy signal from the report. It is not that large. If you look at large speculators, it is greater. It's, it can actually give you the opportunity to start thinking about maybe going against lean hogs with feeder cattle. Do your own research and see whether or not there's opportunity lying there. But one thing's for sure, the COT change signal here is in the opposite direction what we just saw in the case of lean hogs, and this is coming after actually some decline that's been going on for 2 weeks now in this market. The 5 years chart also shows us a different picture, which is more bullish than bearish, of course. You may see with my horizontal line over there that we are at those higher extreme levels for commercials. And if you look at large speculators, well, we're not there yet. So we had that sudden jump in their positions down to net short territory of almost 8,000 contracts. back in October. We're not at those levels for sure. Nevertheless, this is more bullish than bearish. That's for sure, supporting a move upwards in the medium to long term. Moving on to large speculators, COT Extreme, we've got the metals complex on top of the list, but complex markets are something for our subscribers. Please do check out COT Base for more information on that. The dollar index will be the market we're going to check, where we have a 511 report extreme in large speculators. So it is a significant extreme, no question about that. We can move to, let's say, the 10 years chart even becomes more visible over there. So the stress level as the dollar index is losing its value is becoming more and more stressed. So we could expect a change, a shift in this trend. We may see some strengthening coming in the dollar index in the next couple of weeks and month ahead of us. Another currency for this review, the Japanese yen, where we have a 221 report extreme in large speculators and even greater extreme in commercials at 245 report extreme. And let's not forget about small speculators, who are at 629 report extreme. Basically, you can see on this 10 years chart that it was very rare for small speculators to be optimistic, net long in the Japanese yen. And you can see that what followed in the price movement, whenever we had them highly valued, the Japanese yen, was a decline. So even starting from 2011, you can see that after they were in this territory, we did see, it took us a few years actually. So, you know, COT analysis sometimes gives you a picture that will, you know, shift the market trend just, you know, a couple of months or years after, but it's still good to know what traders are doing. So here we are definitely talking about a bearish extreme, suggesting some weakness in the Japanese yen in the medium to long term. And last but not least, another currency for this review, and it is the Brazilian real. And I'll just leave the max chart over there for you so you can actually see that we have reports from this market since 2011. So we don't have more COT history, but that's 10 years now. So it's already valuable for us. And here we are witnessing a more bearish extreme. You can see these bullish extreme levels, not necessarily that effective. And that's something you should always keep in mind, that COT charts are not derived from price, meaning we are having a fundamental information put into a technical format. So yeah, I wouldn't consider the Brazilian real to be a market where COT analysis is that effective. You can, of course, conclude that commercial participants in this market are down to zero net positions. So you can see over here that they have been at 26, like, you know, roughly 25,000 contracts net short, whereas they're right now at zero level. So not much I would say that I could come to a conclusion from this market. I like the markets where we have, you know, 20-30 years of COT history. Nevertheless, if I'd had to say anything, I would say this is definitely more bearish than bullish at the moment. And that was all for this review. Of course, don't worry, you have a lot more to do here at COT Base. Of course, in these short reviews, I show you a few market categories, but you can look at grains, stock indexes, interest rates, and cryptocurrencies as well. And of course, look at new COT report types, other data types, analyze specific data sets that you want to look at, and a lot of other very, very useful tools are there at your disposal. I appreciate your attention. Thank you very much for being with me. Once again, Happy New Year. I wish you good luck in 2021, and of course, health. Take care, and see you next time. Bye-bye.